Welcome, welcome, welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. You can call me Kiki, and tonight we are celebrating the first quarter moon. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in. So, right now, this first quarter moon is actually in the sign of Taurus, and we will be celebrating a full moon in Leo in just another week. um, so let's go ahead and ground our energy really quickly, and then we'll jump into the sky. So go ahead and take a few deep breaths in through the nose as you allow your body to get comfortable, get balanced. Make sure your spine is nice and straight and upright. And as you know, with every exhale, we just release any and all tension in our bodies. So we breathe in love, we exhale fear, tension, stress. Again, breathing in love, taking a long, deep inhale through the nose, and holding, and a long, deep exhale out through the mouth. And as you continue breathing, just allow yourself to get used to the practice of scanning your body from head to toe. Whether that comes quickly or it takes you a little longer, just be sure that wherever you're feeling tension or tightness, or if you are holding yourself in an uptight position, just allow yourself to let that tension go and feel it melt away as you exhale. So if you're breathing in and then you start to release, you may feel it in your neck or your shoulders. Allow that energy to dissolve. Allow your shoulders to soften, to relax, and to drop. As you breathe in and breathe out, if you feel any strain in your arms or hands, allow it to be released and let go. Allow your hands to feel heavy as they rest on your lap. Breathing in and breathing out. If you feel any tightness in your lower extremities, including your abdomen, your sacral chakra area, your legs, your knees, even your feet. If you're finding yourself holding yourself tightly or balling up your toes, just allow yourself to relax. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you continue to breathe in and out at a pace that's comfortable for you, allow yourself to reconnect to the earth in this moment. You might want to feel yourself, your entire body being fully supported by the earth right now. Feel your feet resting firmly, gently, evenly underneath you and in contact with what's fully supporting you in this moment. And we take this moment to call in our spirit teams, our ancestors, guardian angels of love and light, connected and closest to the sun. We call you in to support us, protect us, and guide us as we balance, heal, and activate our healing and loving energy under this first quarter moon, currently in Taurus during Aquarius season. We thank you in advance for all that you're going to reveal. And we ask that you protect us from any energy that's not serving our best and highest good. And we thank you, Mother Earth, for always being our source of grounding. We feel safe, secure, fully supported, and it is done. And you can just bring your awareness back to the room whenever you're ready. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and slowly open your eyes. Okay. All right. So, where can I start? Snow. Let's talk about snow. So, snow, I've noticed this season, I've confirmed that snow is definitely a very purifying energy for me. Of course, it purifies the air, it cleanses a lot, pulls a lot of like nastiness and pollution and things like that that's in the air, in the sky, pulls it down to be filtered. But just like the physical properties of the snow purifying the earth and the air, there's a spiritual and energetic piece that comes with the snow for me. And it's like even stronger, more intense purity. I actually recognized it during the full moon in Gemini, which was during Sag season. Woke up to a snowstorm. I think that was the one that was a little bit of a surprise. There was another one earlier, before the winter, actually, that was a bit of a surprise as well. Woke up in the morning and it was snow outside, like on a Friday. So I was excited about that. But there was one I know for sure during the full moon in Gemini. And I recall feeling very relieved, very clear. And the message that I've been getting recently is not a message that I've wanted to accept for a while, but we are being called to some form of isolation right now, a little bit of solitude. It's going to take us a long way, because if we're in alignment with the energy at the moment It's really telling us to build. The energy is telling us to build, to put our nose down, to focus, to be silent. So there are going to be some things that we're going to have to keep to ourselves. There are going to be some goals, visions, dreams we may have to just work on and possibly just share with those who are in alignment or maybe mentoring you or that you are looking up to, whose footsteps and who you may look at as a role model. You're probably able to communicate and share with them. But there's definitely a big emphasis on kind of keeping things to yourself to an extent and just allowing your dreams to come to fruition, allowing yourself to check off your goals and just allow it to show itself. It could be in the spring, it could be in the summer, it could even be next fall, but definitely an energy of focus. It's not a rush, it's not a race. It's a very calm, very routine energy, big Capricorn energy, with that, work habits and routine. And then you have the Aquarian energy where we're like more confident in our thought process. We're more confident in how we think and what we think or what we believe mentally. We're embracing and balancing things out more with what we know to be true, you know, even when it comes to work habits and things that we need to be doing like on a regular or daily basis. That's the energy I've been getting. The other thing that I will say that could be some form of confirmation or even encouragement to stay the course right now is that when we surrender, we're actually not only making room, but just having the faith enough to surrender. It's actually like showing us that we don't have to worry about having control. Like we can really let go of some things. It's like it's being worked out. I think I wrote earlier in my journal basically that it's like surrendering, and then it's not even like a watch. It's not even for you to sit back and watch. It's surrender and then move forward. Like do what you have to do what you're being called to do. And then you're going to see how God, the Holy Spirit, your divine ancestors are going to show up and bring things to you. They're going to answer your questions. They're going to answer your prayers. They're going to answer things in a way that's so much better and easier than you thought. So like what you could have thought as a challenge recently, that's what first quarter moons, they kind of start to bring us challenges and things that we need to kind of navigate and learn to handle and manage these challenges so we can, you know, get ready for what's about to be highlighted. But it's like you're you're what's going to be revealed to you, you're not going to have to stress over it. The answer is going to come so simply, so smoothly, so calmly, where it's not going to be something that you have to stress over. It's the energy I'm getting is like pray more, worry less. Or if you're going to pray, don't worry. Or if you're going to worry, don't pray. It's like pray, ask for what you want. I highly recommend starting with gratitude And then we ask for what it is that we want or we're looking for, and leaving it there, completely surrendering the prayer and just allowing God to show up. The showing up, the revelation that's going to come in this season is going to come very smoothly, very easily, and it's actually going to lighten your load. It's going to make things easier. It's going to take a weight off your shoulders. It's going to give you clarity and understanding, confirmation that what you know and what you believe to be true and good, and even if it's challenging, that your intuition was right. You're going to get confirmation that your intuition was right. You're going to get confirmation that you can release and surrender and let go of control. And the answers are going to come to you so quickly, so easily, you know. And when I say quickly, I mean like it's almost like as soon as you pray about it and you let it go, it's almost like right away, as soon as you let it go, the answer comes. That's the energy this season. All right, let's jump into the sky. So this week, the biggest transit or strongest transit for this week is Neptune moving into the sign of Aries. Okay. So what this energy is bringing is no more pretending. All of those pretending spirits are being exposed, and they are no longer able to continue to pretend. So the mask fell off a long time ago. The facades were fading and falling down, falling apart. And now all the phony, faking, unauthentic, lying, kind of like manipulative, just the pretenders, the ones that are faking it. That's what's being exposed as Neptune moves into Aries. So Neptune's coming out of Pisces. Neptune is a planet of wisdom, but also like illusion and delusion. Um, Neptune definitely comes to bring us like lessons, to teach us things. Um, and being in the sign of Pisces, a lot of that could be subconscious thinking. It could be conscious thinking or making the subconscious conscious. The 12th house is, ruled by Pisces, and it's all about intuition, spirituality, and like the unseen. So Neptune being there is all about like in low vibrational, not so healthy kind of energy. It could be delusion, it could be lies, manipulation, like a fantasy, or like not having any boundaries. That kind of energy. Okay. So Neptune is kind of at home in Pisces with the spiritual, intuitive, dreamy kind of energy. So this shift into Aries, it's like a kickoff. It's like Neptune gets like a restart. It's like closing a cycle of delusion, um, facades, phoniness, mask, and things of that sort, and allowing that intuitive, dreamy, spiritual energy to be exposed, allow it to come through, allow it to initiate, kick off things, take the lead on things, allowing our beliefs to show, to speak through our actions, or maybe even through how we live. It's like one of those things where I find myself praying about being an example of God's grace and mercy, allowing my life to be an example of God's grace and mercy. And so that's the energy. It's like you walk it like you talk it, like you can back it up, basically. You know what I mean? And so your beliefs are showing in your life. What you believe in is starting to show in your life. That's that's Neptune and Aries for me. It's like the unseen is becoming seen. The unseen is becoming like fire, almost like you can't miss it kind of energy. So there is definitely like a ramping up. There's a building up. We're building momentum almost to like take off. Definitely being encouraged to take action. Okay, so um that's the strongest transit for this week. All right. Um we could go through the sky really quickly. Let's see. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are currently in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. That's some very powerful energy. Mercury, the planet of communication, information, short distance travel. Venus, the sign of love, money, attraction, relationships. Oops, sorry. Um, and then Mars, the planet of drive, ambition, future focus, all in the sign of Aquarius this season, with the sun also in Aquarius. Pluto also in Aquarius, representing the age of Aquarius. That's some very powerful energy. Aquarius, although is an air sign, it's symbolized, or its symbol is the water bearer. And I've just been getting, especially with like the snow and things of that sort, it's like your words and your communication, your talk is like cold as ice. 22:22 on the clock. Like cold as ice, like Rick James say, I was cold as ice. It's almost like you feel, like you have to be sharp-witted in your language or your communication. You may feel like you've been being a little more rebellious in how you're communicating, where you're maybe not taking as much crap, or you're speaking up more for yourself, or you're actually just becoming even more confident in how you speak or how you talk. You're making sure that you're very clear. You're making sure that you're very intentional, and you're making sure that your words are not getting misconstrued. That's what this Mercury, Venus, Mars, Pluto, and Sun in Aquarius is giving me. You're just becoming more true to yourself. You're looking to collaborate, but you're not looking to collaborate with anyone. You're looking to really collaborate with those that are in alignment with you, or, like I said, believe in the same things that you believe in, where you can actually communicate and talk. You can have conversation that's meaningful conversation on how you can agree on things, or how you can collaborate and work together on things, how you can build together. You're calling in your chosen family that you can really collaborate and build with. Like, who can you build with? That's this energy. Jupiter is still in Cancer in retrograde. So just a reflection on growth, reflection on how we can expand, reflection on, our territory and taking up space. So we could be like, reevaluating some of our goals when it comes to what we want to do when it next, what we want to grow into, how we want to grow, what do we want to accomplish, in the next 6 months. Saturn still in Pisces. Saturn will be following Neptune soon, moving into the sign of Aries. So they will be pairing up again, and just kind of kicking off some very deep healing. When I say deep, I mean like societal and generational kind of shifts. Okay. Saturn's the planet of karma, what goes around comes around kind of energy. It's a planet of maturity. Um and coming out of Capricorn season, we've learned how to be a little more disciplined. So we're getting back into, certain rhythms or routines. You could be fasting. Um, you could be doing something, new, or like getting back into the routine of doing something that works for you or that you were doing before, but you may have slowed down or stopped or something. You're getting back to it. Okay. That's what this energy is going to allow us to do. Uranus is still in retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Um, when does he move? Uh, Good question. He might be there till April. He's at 27 degrees in retrograde in Taurus, and then he'll go back. He'll go back forward again, station direct, I believe in April, and then he'll shift back into the sign of Gemini. So Uranus has a 7-year cycle. So Gemini gets to experience Uranus for 7 years. So if you're a Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, particularly rising, you're probably experiencing a lot of transformations, a lot of shifts. If you're a Gemini sun, you could be experiencing these things like in your image, how you're presenting or present to the world, maybe even in career, your purpose. You could just be moving into another level, or you could be experiencing something new altogether. Gemini moons, you could be experiencing some type of transition or, rebirth through this energy. Some type of rebirth you could be experiencing in this energy, through home or within home. It could be emotional, it could be family, it could be children. But if you're a Gemini rising, you definitely could be being called to level up, elevate, or you're having like a desire to move forward with what is your best self. Like you're being called into your highest self at this moment. All right, who else? Neptune, we talked about. Let me see if I can get some more info on Neptune in Aries. And of course, Pluto is in Aquarius. He's been there, I believe, for over a year now. He's at 3 degrees. So yeah, I think he's been there for over a year, and he'll be there until about 2044, at least another 20 years or so. So this is the age of Aquarius. Neptune in Aries. Let's see here. Where is my... Oh, man. Oh, man. Neptune in Aries. Hold on, sorry. So Neptune, like I mentioned, a planet of spirituality, intuition, and things of that sort, moving into Aries. Aries is a sign of like pioneering, being courageous and assertive, and like taking the lead. Okay. Aries is also a sign that's not afraid of confrontation or conflict. And with this Aquarian, like this age of Aquarius, this Aquarian season we're in, and then this stellium that we have in the sign of Aquarius right now, it's like I said, you could be cold as ice with your words, but your words could also be like piercing, like sharp, like hot, like, like melting the butter kind of, energy with the support of Aquarius. Aquarius can be, that humanitarian that doesn't like people kind of energy. The energy like I want to collaborate, but I can isolate just as much as I can collaborate. There's an energy of rebellion within Aquarius. Okay. And that rebellion can be good for us or not so good for us, depending on the timing, right? I just want to share what we are. What is this? Okay. Let's see what this thing says. Dun 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 dun. I feel very chill. I hope that everyone is feeling very chill. So Neptune enters Aries January 26th. Major shift. Neptune ends its long transit through Pisces and enters Aries, a first in about 160 years. So we're going into an energy that we've never experienced before. No one that's walking the earth right now has experienced this energy. It's going to be new. Like I said, it's going to have a generational and a societal change. It's going to kick off a new cycle. Okay. This is also a year of the number one, a new beginning. So it's definitely a year of planting good seeds with how we talk, with how we think, with what we believe in. A lot of those upper chakras and that internal, eternal, unseen kind of energy. Those are the seeds we want to be planting this year. Okay. Along with building in the physical, building in the 3D. All right. The energy is spiritual, intuitive, dream driven. I'm sorry. The spiritual, intuitive, dream driven Pisces energy becomes action oriented, individualistic, and bold in Aries. Okay. Dream and act. Yes. It's like pray and build. It's definitely like a reciprocity. Do this, do this. It's like from the inside out kind of energy. Okay. So that's really what's going on in the sky. I guess we have eclipse season might be happening in Pisces season. So we'll get to that and cross that bridge when we get there. But that's all. That's all that's happening in the sky. Okay. Yeah. The sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars are kind of moving together for some time. They were together in Capricorn. Now they're together in Aquarius, and we'll probably experience it as well in Pisces season. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into the cards. Sorry, my phone was recording me. No, stop. Okay. I saw a few folks jump in and jump out. If you are joining, please let me know where you're from. Let me know what resonates. Okay. What was I about to do? Oh, I was about to turn on my heat. It's getting cold in here. I hope that if you did experience the snowstorm or ice, that you are safe and warm and secure and feeling the purity of the energy, the snow. Maybe that's something I could look up as well before we go. I want to get me a wind or like an air deck, a storm, a wind deck, a deck that talks about like different types of winds. Holy Spirit, ancestors of divine love and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close, shut, lock, and block that door. In the name above all names, amen. All right, Moonology, what you got for us? Oh, what do you need to release? Waning moon. Dun, dun, dun. Bottom of the deck. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So I believe eclipse season is starting in Pisces season, like I mentioned. Okay. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. I think that's a good one too. Waning moon, page 100. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So, what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you letting something go and stop trying so hard. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attune to the moon. It's safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings: move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. The teaching. At the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up in the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. So that's confirmation right there. Confirmation. I'm definitely sensing that the new moon in Aquarius is going to be a powerful time for us as well. So from now until for the next 2 weeks and then the next 6 months, we can be expecting to continue to carry the energy that we have right now. We are planting new seeds, learning how to start from the inside, learning how to vision, meditate, and just kind of tapping into our mind's eye and then allowing ourselves to manifest over the next 6 months to a year what those visions are. It's definitely a very opportune and ample time for manifesting, for like I said, building. It's like you're being supported in whatever seeds you're planting that are based on your vision or based on your dream. You're being supported this year with bringing those to fruition, bringing those things into the physical. Conclusions are within reach is on the bottom of the deck with this full moon and eclipse. So since I mentioned eclipse season and then we have this eclipse card come out, I think it's only right to read it. Page 96. Conclusions are within reach. Here's the card on the bottom of the deck. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so. And things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama. I didn't even learn how to say this word. Pranayama and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Or is that nidra? Are all recommended now. We got confirmation of this on the other card too. Yoga and meditation. Oh yeah, I love it. Seed control and let events unfold. That's the title right there. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Listen, you ain't gotta tell me twice, right? I like that confirmation. Meditation and yoga. We're tapping in. We're tapping into our dreams, our visions, our goals, like what God is showing us internally, and planting those seeds by taking action in what that vision, whatever vision we have, we're taking action towards it, which is helping us to plant the seeds so that we can manifest the vision, manifest the dream. That's what I'm getting from this. So the new moon in Aquarius is going to be significant. Then eclipse season, which I believe starts in Pisces season. If it's not Pisces, it would definitely be Aries. But I think it actually starts in reverse. So it would actually be Aquarius season. We're going to be in eclipse season here soon. I guess I could just look it up, but we're going to be in eclipse season here very soon. Very soon. All right, let's do a soul's journey, and then we'll pull some angel numbers, and we will be done. All right. So what do you want to manifest? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What did you promise to yourself? What did you promise to your soul, to your spirit, to your highest self, to your younger self? What did you promise to yourself this new year? I know this isn't technically the new year of the earth or the time of the new year for the earth, but for, traditionally, what did you promise yourself for the new year? We got one. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Bottom of the deck, self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. There's also a lot of yellow here. And yellow is solar plexus chakra. Our solar plexus chakra is our motivation, our fuel, our sun source, our energy source, our gut. We're going to be pulling things from the gut. We're going to be getting things out of the mud. And to me, that could just be symbolic or a metaphor for taking it from here where it doesn't exist. It's not something that's tangible yet, and actually turning it into something tangible, like truly understanding how to manifest. Okay. This is definitely a great year for planting seeds. All right. Service and self-esteem. Oh, excuse me. Service. I feel good when I can help others. One of the most evolved gifts that a soul possesses is giving of itself. There is a reason why it feels good to give. It is because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels. And this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. Put yourself in a position in which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love toward others. This might mean bringing yourself into your heart space and letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely. You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all your actions, thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve another. Perhaps one way would be asking a friend if you can help clean up his or her office or run errands. Maybe volunteer to watch your neighbor's kids so the parents can have a night out. Make a meal for someone who might be sick. Volunteer in a hospital or hospice. Perform an activity that enriches someone else's life. Okay, service. It's definitely a good time of year for service. We just had MLK, which is also always a good day for service. Whether it be feeding the homeless or giving things away to people, just doing things for others. And that's like also kind of opening up ourselves to aligned energy that is in alignment with the desires of our own hearts. All right, self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. That's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So you're being encouraged to do, to move, to take action. It is easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with unique abilities of the soul. And just like snowflakes, no two are ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back to this time to put your stamp on it. Perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self, Why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities you possess that you love and hold in high regard? It's not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how special you are. Remember that you did not come down to this schoolroom by accident. You have meaning and a reason for being. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insights. Now is the time to celebrate you. That is the energy, baby boo. That is the energy. If you see me like the card on the bottom of the deck, like the underlying energy be the energy that's like really the most potent, the strongest. All right, let's get a few angel numbers. Let's see, 2112, 999. So we're getting some new beginning kind of energy, alignment energy. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, we got a few jumped out. We got a bunch that flipped over. Oh, there's some more. Let's just get through the deck. Okay, I think one more jumped out. All right. Let's see here. We got a lot. So let's get the ones that jumped out first. So we have 1001, spiritual awakening, new beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, and heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like a dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. So this is that like first quarter coming into a challenge kind of energy and like kind of managing and working through the challenge, like dealing with our darkness. 1122, great shift, personal growth. So we got personal development and personal growth out here twice. Spiritual development and manifesting goals, oneness, connection, and completion. More confirmation. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. This is that Neptune and Aquarius energy. Neptune in Aries energy, along with this Aquarius season where we have several planets, including the sun, all in Aquarius. I wonder if they'll be there when the moon, on the new moon. Maybe not. Because Mercury moves like every 2.5, 3 weeks. We need 2 weeks. No, we need 4 weeks for the moon. 5, really. No, 3. 3 weeks. I'll look it up. All right. We also have 1331, good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence. Have faith in your dream, in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Favor is out here twice. We know we're shifting. We know we're part of a new collective, a new mindset. 777, good luck, contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, out here twice. Divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. Yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. This is that work. This is that effort. This is that Aries, Mars energy. Like you have to do something. You have to move. You have to take action. Okay, that Capricorn, Earth sign energy. Like you have to do something, like physically take action. 2002, the void. Longing, technology, ambition, genius, forward thinking, stress, and depression. You have more control over your life than you realize. Learn to execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make. So chill out, have fun, and open up. Go outside. See, we're making room. We're still clearing out. We're still clearing out. We're still like, letting things go and releasing. So we've made some room. And so that void is going to get filled by those that are in alignment with us. 0606, commitment. It's another sign of the first quarter moon. Is like, what are you recommitting to? What are you committing to? Like, how are you going to handle the challenge and the obstacle by staying true to you, staying true to what you know, what you have set intentions on. Okay. Commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, solutions, growth. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. I was just talking to a friend yesterday about how one of the biggest ways I feel like I can get a blessing, mostly financially, is to forgive somebody. Maybe somebody that it's hard to forgive, it's hard to let go, walk away. It's hard to like bite your tongue and not say something, or like, to not even, give it a whole lot. I'm not saying to be quiet. I'm not saying to lose your voice in anything. But I think that forgiving people when it's probably not easy, or it requires a lot of faith, a lot of surrendering, a lot of releasing control, gives you the biggest blessing. A lot of times that blessing comes financially, but it gives you the biggest blessing. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, I've done this and I've done that. If you're holding on to any part, that's not necessarily forgiveness. I'm talking about forgiving and moving forward, which can take time, but if you know in your heart of hearts that it doesn't do anything for you to speak bad about something or someone or a situation, you just feel like it is what it is, and I'm gonna take it for what it is and keep it pushing, and you go about your business focusing on your dreams and your goals. If God gives you a chance to actually see what's going on with that person or that spirit, you're probably going to be better off. You're probably going to feel like, I'm so glad I got out of there. I'm so glad that I rolled out. Or you may even let something go altogether, and then you get a piece of information a year, 2 years, a few years later, and you be like, I knew it. You know what I mean? And you've completely moved on, and it's not even something that's on your radar on a daily basis. I find that oftentimes you realize like you're ahead, and they were either stuck or held back or got held back, or worse sometimes, but a lot of times that's one of the biggest ways to receive a financial blessing is forgiveness. I'm not even gonna hold you. 58:58 on the clock. 23:23, endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. It's all on us right now. It's all up to us. It's about us. It's about what we want to accomplish, what we want to do for ourselves. It's about what we're going to do. 1144, high vibes, divine intervention. That's second time that's out here. Prosperity, also out here twice. Big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, higher calling. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity or an exciting encounter with like minded people will exceed your expectations. Soul tribe is coming in, soul mates are coming in. It's happening. 3333, support, growth. Once again, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward, work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self esteem and sense of confidence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Come on, there's that self esteem again. So we've gotten the confirmation that we have to do the work. That's kind of been the message for the last, like, maybe 2 or 3 moon cycles, especially during Capricorn season with work ethic and being disciplined and routine. All right, like earth signs are. On the bottom of the deck, 6666, great blessings, self love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, your desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. That's it. Making room. Making room. All right, all right, all right. Well, thank you, Holy Spirit, for coming through tonight. That was nice and easy breezy. And thank you for tuning in. Always go within so you never go without. I love you, but God loves you more. And over here, we stay connected to the ones that sit high, look low, and see everything. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. And I'll see you next week. Anything you need to know about me will be in the description box. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.